Hi folks, it's me Ghost Critic, and by the time this video goes up it's probably going to be the new year, but I just thought, well, it's the end of the year and all this lot that I bought last year has got to go in boxes. So I thought I'd do a bit of kind of end of year, what I was getting in 2012, and stick them in the box so those shelves are empty again for 2013. So I thought I'd kick off with the DCs, just go have a quick overview of what I bought and what I thought of it. So we'll start with DC and Batwoman. I've loved Batwoman from the very beginning. I know people have found the storyline kind of long and kind of meandering, but I thought it was really cool. The artwork by J.H. Williams, always a treat. So, Batwoman. Next one for the box. It was Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's Batman. It's just been phenomenal this year. Court Vowell's kicking it off with the events, and now we're culminating with Death of the Family. Artwork by Greg Capullo. While I'm used to it because it's been kind of like Spawn-esque, because he did a lot of work there over there on Image, and may still be doing it, I don't know, because I've stopped getting Spawn now. But great fit for Batman and the storylines that he's been involved in. So definitely the Batman book to be picking up. A Bat title that really hit and miss, and in my cullings for this year it was definitely, well, it was at the top really. It was Batman The Dark Knight. It seemed to kind of, towards the end, get a little bit alright, but the damage had already been done in my case, and Batman The Dark Knight, you won't be seeing that in 2013. In the box it goes. Let's just swap these over a bit. There we go. What have we got next? Another of the Bat books that I've culled, and it was quite funny, as some of us have noticed. It's actually starting to get a bit better, but I stand by my decisions. I'm not going to go back on them. It was Batman and Robin. The relationship between father and son storyline just kept getting used too often. We know they're trying to figure each other out. It could be done a lot more subtly. In it goes. Batman Detective Comics. Yes. Oops, they're all falling. Kind of up and down, but it's their flagship. I expect big things to come. Who's on it? John Layman of Chew fame is writing this now. It's getting a lot better. Detective Comics, definitely a must Batman title to be picking up. Next, moving away from the Bat universe now, and Green Lantern. We've had new Green Lantern. We have had the supposed deaths of Hal and Sinestro. This Rise of the Third Army needs a good kick up the arse to get going. At the moment it's pretty dismal and nowhere near the heights that Jeff Johns has done in the past, but as I've always said, I'm a sucker for Green Lantern. I'm stubborn as a mule. I will keep picking this up. Moving on. I've dropped it now, much to everyone's delight, is Justice League. I stuck with it as long as I could. I tried to fight its corner, but it wasn't helping me in the slightest. We won't be seeing that in 2013. A great one of their dark, edgy titles, Justice League Dark with Jeff Lemire. I've loved, as you all know, my magic kind of supernatural occult titles, and this paid off throughout the year. I've not really had a problem with it. People found the first kind of 2 story arcs a little bit long and laboured, but all my favourite magic characters in here. Just need the Spectre, that would be fun. Moving on. I really should have thought of a better way of doing this, but we're on the way now. This one, thank you Mr. James Donnelly for badgering me all year to pick this up, and I eventually got all the back issues. iVampire, definitely a highlight of their dark, edgy titles. I would thoroughly recommend this to anyone. It's not Twilight in any stretch of the imagination. These are proper vampires, proper blood and guts, proper kind of danger. Great series by Fialkov and Sorrentino on art. Delicious art. Next, one of the big two of their kind of DC's dark, edgy titles. It's Animal Man, currently in the middle of their Rock World event. A steady kind of pot boiler with kind of like moments of just genius. Love. And you can't say Animal Man without saying Swamp Thing. Yeah, Scott Snyder may be coming off this book real soon, but in this year he has just taken us along with, well, a bunch of artists. Yannick Paquette, Mark Rudy, who else have we had on here? Oh, basically those two. But great, just horrific kind of horror titles of old. Brilliant series. One that I expected high things from. This might not last very long. It was, of course, Phantom Stranger. It's been pretty diabolical, hasn't it? Oh well. Moving on to their kind of Vertigo line. The Unwritten. Fabulous series. For some people who enjoy kind of the more literary genre, and something that makes you kind of think rather than it just being your capes and cloaks and superpowers. Brilliant series by Mike Carey and Peter Gross. Another of my firm favourites, it is the Fables Vertigo line. Another just beautiful kind of entertaining, magical series in all the ways you can say magical. I've loved this and I always will. In it goes, the box. Moving on to some independent titles. Fatale, Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. What a fantastic series this has been. Just evoking every kind of era that it's been in, with a slight kind of occult, supernatural vibe to it. Some of us wanted a bit more, but I think I was satisfied as a whole. So yes, looking forward to these standalone stories he's doing this year. Another great series, confusing as hell, but still Morning Glories by Nick Spencer has just been a wonderful, confusing, Lost-esque kind of storyline, jumping forwards and backwards. Very highly recommended if you are of that kind of persuasion of TV genre. Moving on. Get this right. From Dark Horse, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is kind of on the edge at the moment of me dropping it, although I love Buffy the Vampire to bits. The stories previous to this whole kind of gay slayer that they've introduced now, it's been pretty ropey, up and down, not really the heights that I've enjoyed. Hopefully 2013 boosts things back up again. Oh, of course, you can't not mention the Fantastic Saga. There's nothing else I can say about it. For all those who haven't picked it up yet, the trade is so cheap. It's well worth it. If you've not started picking it up, there's no reason not to. That's Saga. In the box it goes. A few more from Image. The Rural Noir of Revival. There have been some kind of really freaky covers going on here. Interesting storyline, kind of mess up, kind of twist on the whole kind of zombie people coming back to life genre in a small rural kind of country town. Again from Image, they really put out a lot of #1s this year. It's Mind the Gap, a kind of whodunit thriller, again with a kind of afterlife taste to it. Really been enjoying that. It's kind of like a Who Shot JR kind of deal, and everyone's the culprit. Who is the one who kind of hurt and put this poor girl in a coma? Really enjoying that. Picked up the first issue, but I don't know, it was really good. It was Bedlam by Nick Spencer. Unfortunately it wasn't on the shelf for issue 2, so I might have to end up picking that one up in trade. Moving on, a few, let's get rid of these quickly because they are kind of like, I didn't bother getting the next issues, but there was the free comic by Mike Silvestri on the whole Kickstarter program, Cyberforce. We didn't see that second issue on our shelves. Tried the Non-Human, but it was a little bit too predictable kind of story premise, so I didn't bother picking that up anymore. Really didn't enjoy Happy by Morrison. Swearing for the sake of swearing, no. Hoax Hunters, I kind of had a kind of not good vibe. It was like a kind of X-Files-y type storyline, but took way too long to come out again between issues, so couldn't really get into that. Multiple Warheads by Brandon Graham, just a beautiful comic to look at. Hopefully picking up 3 and 4 on Wednesday, tomorrow I think it is. Is it? I'm totally lost with days at the moment, but definitely worth a pick up. It's only meant to be a 4-issue mini-series, but he's got ideas to bring more along the way. We waited about 6 months for it, but finally Frankenstein Alive Alive came out and it was well worth the wait. And now we're on to Marvel. Okay. Marvel. The Punisher. What a great series by Greg Rucka. Only lasted 16 issues, unfortunately. But just bringing the Punisher back to basics. Bringing it back to basics and really getting to the root of what Punisher is all about. We also had my favourite mini-series of the year, which was Space Punisher. And we've got Punisher Warzone currently doing the rounds at the moment. Basically Punisher against the Avengers. Great series. Moving on. How much do we all love Mark Waid's Daredevil? Just a great new kind of brighter, I won't say lighter, but definitely a more entertaining and less depressing new incarnation of our Daredevil. It won't last long, but love it while you can. What have we got here? Ultimate Comics X-Men was started off kind of Nick Spencer, oh dear, what a shame, had high hopes for him, but he didn't really get the whole superhero vibe. Then Brian Wood came along, put his little DMZ stamp on it, and it just got a lot better. Into the box it goes. Here we go. One of my favourite series, X titles of the year, it was Wolverine and the X-Men. Thoroughly enjoyed all the writing by James Aaron. Not James. Why did his name suddenly gone out of my head. I don't know, Aaron. And coupled with just some great artists like Bocello and Bradshaw, just made this one of the more fun, entertaining comic books of the year. Yeah, it kind of got immersed in the whole AVX, but it still kept to its roots, so I really enjoyed that. Moving on. Where we had 2 Hulk titles come out in 2012. We had the original kind of Incredible Hulk, again written by Aaron, really doing a kind of fun series with it. It started off kind of and then eventually it kind of got its feel where it wanted to go, and it was the kind of the comedy element thrown in there as well, and it really boosted up. But unfortunately, with the whole Marvel Now, we had to say goodbye to that one. We ended up with Indestructible Hulk issue 1. Mark Waid doing a great job on the storyline. Use artwork. I can't wait till he goes, basically. So that's in the box. Not much more to go now. Oh, Amazing Spider-Man. Less said about that the better. It started off so well, and I was really digging the whole Spider Island, and to an extent the Alpha storyline was kind of fun, but by 700 from what they did, how long's it going to last? Well, we'll find out next year. I don't really think I'm going to be picking up Superior Spider-Man, even the issue 1, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we said goodbye to Uncanny X-Force this year. Remender and Noto on art for the most part. Williams on artwork as well. Lots of different artists. Just a great finish to what has been a great series. It'll be a shame to see this go. Oh well. Finally, oh no, not finally, the Infernal Man-Thing had a little limited series, very, very odd, not quite what we wanted from our Man-Thing storyline, but it was nice to see a kind of old story from Gerber, even if the artwork was a bit strange. Wasn't the Man-Thing that we really know and love. Finally, I tried it out, Phil. Captain Cummins, I tried it. Deadpool issue 1. Double shipping on this, just no. It was fun for an issue, but no. And, well, it's all empty. Start again in 2013. That's it. 2012 said goodbye to. Let's see what 2013 has. Bye bye.